How's it going, everybody? This is RBT coming at you with my week 9 questions and answers video. And as always, make sure right now, before you even watch the rest of the video, go comment below and leave a question so it will be featured in next Friday's episode. And remember, every single question that I answer is featured in the following week's episode. So don't be afraid to ask anything. Just leave it as a comment. It can be about absolutely anything, and it'll be answered next week. So let's get started. Razorback 1995 asks how many more years you think Lee Corso has left doing game day. This may be his last year, and if it isn't, I would say next year. I mean, his speech is just getting sad. I mean, I'm not a guy that wants him out. I'll be depressed when he retires. But even when he ends up retiring from the show, I do think they should still somehow have a segment at the very end where he does the headgear predictions, because I mean that is College Game Day. I mean that's the most anticipated moment of any type of live sporting show in history of anything, seriously. So when he does retire, I think he should come back just to do the headgear predictions at the end of the show every week. I'm sure everybody would want that. Fat Libertarian in OKC asks, who or what do you have a contract with? I have a contract with Broadband TV, located in Vancouver, Canada. You should look them up. There's some pretty cool people. Nick Gumble asks, do you think Louisville will go to the Final Four this year? Probably. I'll give it about a 75% chance. Chance Baker asks, if you don't mind, noticing it seemed to be a sore spot, how did you hurt your back? Was it a football related injury? No. Actually, I forget what grade it was in, but we don't exactly know the moment I did it, but we narrowed it down to I was playing third base, and I dove for a line drive to catch it, and I don't remember if I caught it or not, but I dove, and I guess I just hit the ground wrong, and I mean it hurt pretty bad, but I didn't think it was an actual injury or anything. It was towards the end of the game, and then the next Monday at practice, it didn't really hurt that much or anything, and then we started to run at the end of practice, and then once we were done running, I went and got in my car and got home. I couldn't walk. It was some of the worst pain I've ever felt in my life. It was absolutely terrible, and I told my parents about it. I told everybody about it. They didn't think it was anything serious. So I repeated this process for the rest of the season, which was about for a month. The worst pain I've ever felt in my life, and hopefully I'll ever feel in my life. Every single day of my life, having to come home. Honestly, about 5 or 6 of those times I came home, I cried because the pain was so bad. I could not walk. I'm being completely honest. Sometimes I would have to crawl around my house because I would not be able to walk. Still to this day, it's been about 4 or 5 years. Still to this day, I still feel pain from that. I had to go through intense back rehabilitation when they actually found out what the injury was, because by still playing, it made it worse. I think I had back therapy for 2, 3, 4 months, and then it was up to me to play football that following year, and I played, and then I made the injury worse, which I just decided just to quit everything just so I didn't have to worry about it anymore. And then later, the next year, I had to do 2 or 3 more months of back rehabilitation. So it was terrible, really a terrible experience, and that really destroyed any of my chances of wanting to play professional sports, playing football in college or baseball in college. Because I'm not gonna lie to you, I was a pretty good baseball player, really, and people still to this day say they thought I could have at least made it to the minor leagues in baseball if I'd have kept playing. I'm not so sure about football, but in baseball, I was pretty good. Not bragging or anything. I'm telling you the truth. Uh, Gumble85 asks, where do you think Bobby Petrino will coach next? I don't know really, but I think it'll probably be next year, and I don't think he'll have a head coaching job right away. I think it'll be probably an offensive coordinator position. Um, I don't really think well, if he goes to be a head coach, I think it's going to be at a mid-major type school. But if he goes to a big-time college, I don't think a big-time college is ready to give him a head coaching position just yet. I think you'll have to see him go through a coordinator position before he's actually a head coach again at a program. Maybe if Auburn fires Gene Chizik, maybe he'll get a call. Who knows? I heard people talking about Bobby Petrino going back to Arkansas. That's not going to happen. Um, from what I've heard so far, I think Butch Davis is the name for Arkansas fans to be looking forward to be the next head coach for the Razorbacks. It's Tanya asks, what kind of cheese do you like? I like American cheese, but also I won't hate on pepper jack. I like pepper jack cheese too. Alan Clanton 20 asks, what coaches do you think will be fired? Oh goodness, I don't know if I'll be able to think of this off the top of my head. NFL, I'll say maybe Mike Munchak. Honestly, Gene Chizik's definitely on the hot seat. Head coach of Cal is on the hot seat. I can't think of his name right now. Maybe if Tennessee keeps disappointing, I think maybe Derek Dooley might be on the hot seat. Definitely Joker Phillips. Head coach of I don't think Mike London's on the hot seat, but I mean I think he's close to being there if Virginia keeps struggling like they have been. Who else? Sorry, my phone has been ringing. Yeah, I forgot what I was even answering. But yeah, Alan Clinton 20 asked another question. As of right now, who do you see playing in the national championship? Right now, Alabama and West Virginia right now. I'm not sure who that second team's gonna be. It's gonna be hard. I think Alabama as of right now is the only team to go undefeated throughout the season. The Undead Soldier 96 asked, did you ever play against the Gardendale Rockets when you were in high school? I'll play nose tackle / O-line for the next year. No, we don't. Sin 114 Paper Cups ask, who's the better quarterback? Geno Smith or Colin Klein? Goodness, this is hard. Colin Klein, as you all know, he can run like Tim Tebow. Geno Smith is just an absolute beast when it comes to distributing the football. I guess I'd go with Geno Smith on his abilities, but Colin Klein, I think, has the better leadership qualities. But on talent alone, I'd say Geno Smith. Matt Fritz asks, I'm a Texas Tech fan, and I'm peed off that we lost to Oklahoma. How many games does Tech win this year? I'll go with 8 or 9. I'd have to look at their schedule, but based on how they've done early, I'd say 8 or 9 wins, maybe. Gumball85 asks another question. What do you think about former Red Sox manager Terry Francona going to the Indians? Definitely, it's a great hire by the Indians. I never think he should have been fired by the Red Sox. That's a terrible move, probably one of the worst moves in franchise history. Right up there with trading away Babe Ruth. But I think he's going to do well in Cleveland. Give him a few years. He's a great manager. It'll take a few years, but I think he'll turn that Cleveland Indian ball club around. He's a great manager, great presence in the clubhouse. I never understood why we fired him. I mean, that shouldn't have been on him. That was stupid. It's absolutely stupid, but he'll do great. Esco336, do you think Mike Munchak and the staff gets fired this year? And if so, do you see Geno Smith in our future? It depends how we do the rest of the year. I mean, I think we're gonna do better than how we did the first few games. I mean, we played great against the Steelers last night. I'm probably gonna make a video for that in a little bit about the Steelers Titans game. But I mean, I say if we finish with under 6 wins, he'll get fired. I'm not sure about the rest of the staff. I think if we don't go to the playoffs this year, our offensive coordinator gets fired. And do you see Geno Smith in our future? No. Even if we got the number 1 pick in the draft, I wouldn't think we'd go with we'd probably definitely go with a linebacker or a lineman. I mean, we already have Jake Locker, so he's our developmental quarterback, and I don't think Geno Smith would be a smart pick. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think Geno Smith is going to be a pretty good quarterback in the NFL. I just don't think he's a good fit here in Tennessee. I don't think there would be a point in us drafting him when we had other positions of need. SEC guy 06. Have you ever thought of Mississippi State? Mississippi State? I don't know what that question's asking. I don't know if that's meaning if I thought about going there. If that's what it means. I'm not. No, not really. Haven't thought about going to Mississippi State. Mississippi State. What are they ranked? 20th now in the country. Mississippi. I don't know what this question's asking, but I'll just say a little bit about Mississippi State. They're definitely surprising people this year. Defense is playing quite well. Tyler Russell is. I would go with the third best quarterback in the SEC West. I don't know. You could have an argument for 4th behind maybe right up there with Johnny Manziel, but Mississippi State I think will probably finish. They're the 3rd best team in the SEC West, and I think they'll surprise people this year. Give them a few more years, and they'll be a good ball club. SEC guy 06 asking other questions. Players as being thugs. I have noticed this. Who do you hate the most in the SEC, excluding Auburn, and why? Probably Tennessee, just because their fan base, most of them are ignorant. Not all of them, don't get me wrong. I mean, I know Alabama has the most ignorant fans, possibly argumentably in the country, but Tennessee fans are also, they're just all talk, haven't been relevant in how many years, 5, 6 years, more than that. I don't know. I just don't like Tennessee. If you want to know my thoughts on Tennessee, type in I hate Tennessee and search that video of that black guy. It's a hilarious video if you haven't seen it, but I don't know, just don't like Tennessee. And he asked another question: is your girlfriend ever controlling, or have you ever had a controlling one that goes through your phone and such? How would you handle it? No, not really. I don't really care. I mean, if she goes to my phone, she goes to my phone. I mean, nothing matters. I mean, that's a big deal to me. If she wants to be controlling, she can be controlling, but I'm not gonna let her control me. But that's all I gotta say about that. But that's been my question and answers video for this is the 12th. This is week 9. I'll see you guys next week, which is gonna be the 19th. So have a great day. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment below if you haven't already. Ask a question. It can be anything. I'll answer them next week. Have a great day, guys. See ya.